Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Farah Wahida binti Ismail. My metric number is AA200282. Today, I will present about introduction. Floods are the most commercial of disaster on the worldwide. It can happen anywhere and anytime. A flash flood is defined as a flooding that occurs within 6 hours and frequently within 3 hours of heavy rainfall. The factor that can cause flash flood is the rainfall rate and rainfall duration. The numerous dangerous flooding effect states property loss, detrimental to the economy, and long-term trauma.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Fatin Alia binti Azhari. So today I will present about the issue that any reason of the occurrence of the flood. A flood is defined as an overflow of water onto normally dry stream. Floods can happen almost anywhere and anytime. Floods can cover an area in a few inches of water or bring enough water to cover the roof of the house. Floods can be harmful to the communities because they can last for days, weeks, or even a month. A flash flood can be caused by a variety of factors, including prolonged rainfall, heavy rainfall, overflowing river, cracked dams, a lack of vegetation, channel with steep banks, and ocean wave coming onshore. Geography may dramatically enhance the likelihood of floods in a given area. Flash floods are more likely in areas close to river and a town. As previously said, flooding may be caused by a number of factors. While the cause of different types of floods vary, the majority of floods are triggered by one of the following acts. So this slide is explain about one of the reasons of the flood, which is prolonged rainfall. When prolonged rainfall happen, land becomes saturated. The land unable to absorb any more water. Any further rainfall will be unable to infiltrate the ground after the land reaches the saturation limit, leading to increased surface runoff and risk in river flow. Heavy rainfall. When heavy rainfall, which fall during a thunderstorm, rainfall suddenly that it is impossible to saturate the land, resulting in a sudden increase in surface runoff and the risk of a flash flood, rapid risk in a river discharge. So next slide is about the overflowing rivers. Flood happen by overflowing river. River flooding is not always caused by severe rainfall. Can occur when there is debris in the river or dams that prevent water movement. Cracked dams, which is one of the reasons of the flood. Cracked dams are another source of flooding when it comes to dams. When heavy rainfall and water level rise, all the infrastructure might crumble. Dams burst, torrents of water pour down on unsuspecting residents' household. The next slide is about a lack of vegetation. Flash flood is happen once there is a lack of vegetation. The importance of the vegetations that can improve the slowing of the runoff and the prevention of the flooding. There is a little to stop water from rushing off and overflowing riverbanks and streams whenever there is a shortage of vegetation. This slide is explain about the channel with steep banks that is source of the floods. Flooding is frequent when there is a large amount of the runoff into reservoirs, rivers, and other basins. flash floods happen when the case with rivers and other canal with steep banks. The last reason is ocean wave coming on shore. A storm surge also causes flooding. Storm surge, which means unexpected rise of water occurs during major tropical storm. Then water level have risen. Dangerous floods can occur along the shore. Storm surge are not the same as high tides, but when one occur at high tide, water levels might rise much higher. Water level sometimes increased by 20 feet. That doesn't mean there's one 20 foot wave that evaporates fast. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nofaisha Azmira binti Abdullah with number matric AA200053. So I will talk about materials. The materials that we choose is from alloy, which is molybdenum. So the material that need to be used is need to be suitable for the required condition because they will be used under the water. So to work with water, pressure isn't something normal that also always be issued on at the ocean, river, or just a small drain. So the chosen material, which is molybdenum, is well known in nature, perform under high pressure, and that is why most construction that will involve with water will use this material. Although it's well known with it strong, this material that come from alloy still can be well adaptable, that can be easiest in the design process. And next, the material that we use is glass, which is laminated glass. In every design of the construction process, there are something that we call aesthetic. So that's value was so important because people love something eye-sketchy within every design. So glass has been chosen to be used, and to be exact, laminated glass that form from two parts of normal glass. Like before, in the water there is high pressure, especially during the overflow of water, and can cause the flood. So the laminated glass will provide a greater thickness and durability when overflow of water from the river happen. In chosen material, the making process of the material itself needs to give extra attention. However, there is nothing to worry about this laminated glass material because it can be created by using varying glass combination or coating. I will talk about process. So first, dig the side concrete, which is 200 mm along river by using the jackhammer. Second, the ready alloy and glass from the factory being put in the hole that we did earlier by using crane. Next, use anchor bolt to tighten the concrete surface with the alloy by using hammer drill that can be by or hand. Next, use a right size of drill bit with actual bolt size. And lastly, we need to clean up the dust after finishing the whole process and keep doing it until the end of the concrete surface and the place around the area that affected. Lastly, method. So first, we make a group discussion with other group members to decide the design. And next stage, we start to make a draft of the drawing and choose the most suitable with the required conditions. Next, we get the exact numbers of the flood mitigation unit needed. We make a survey at the cover area. After that, we order from the factory to make the chosen design and also the chosen materials that will be used. Next, the flood mitigation design finish be made with the numbers that we ordered. So after that, the product is transferred to the work area by using transportations. And next, we use the suitable side of crane to put the flood mitigation product in the thick concrete. And lastly, like I said before, we need to make a finishing by cleaning the work area. That's all from me. Thank you.
For technology, we have 4 technology that we use for our project, which is first one is jackhammer. It's used to destroy all concrete, remove pavement, and demolish a variety of other surface, commonly used in construction as a hammer to smash hard surface or rock. The second one is crane. Crane are frequently used in transportation for loading and unloading freight, in construction for material movement, and in manufacturing for heavy equipment assembly. The third one is anchor bolt, which is used to connect structural and non-structural component to concrete. And the last one is hammer drill. Hammer drill is mostly used for drilling in hard material.
Next, I will present about the conclusion. Flooding is the leading cause of death from extreme weather and also cause long-term trauma for victims. Material that need to be used need to be suitable for the required condition because they will be used under the water. Flood can prevent if soil condition improve, making water absorption easier. Flood barriers can protect flood. Climate change is projected to have an impact on flood due to the change in rainfall, temperature, sea level, and river fluctuation. As a result, the risk of flooding can be reduced using this strategy.